How are you physically, mentally, and or emotionally? Okay. Muy bien. Now, of course, back then, I think I gave you 3 answers. Estoy bien, I'm fine. Estoy mal, having a bad day. Or estoy así, así, I'm so-so. Okay? Neither good nor bad, neither here nor there. Okay? Well, today we will look at some of the other either feelings, health conditions, or just conditions in general. If you look at the top of page 133, 133, okay? So you do kind of know, you need to know what some of these mean. Some of them we've already, touched on. For example, I think I gave you cansado. All right. What is cansado? Tired. Okay. Now, remember that since these are adjectives, gentlemen, guys, you would describe yourselves as cansado. Excuse me. Ladies, you would change that O to an A and describe yourselves as cansada. All right. The other one I think I've given you before, if you skip down a few. What is enfermo? ¿Qué significa enfermo? Sick. Muy bien. So, gentlemen, if you have a cold, a flu, you feel like throwing up, estoy enfermo. Ladies, you would change that to an A, estoy enferma. Okay? Now, there on the list, then you have a couple of other things that you may or may not be feeling at the moment, or a condition that you may be going through. All right, some of you after a few minutes might say, Señor Santos, estoy aburrido. Okay, aburrido, I'm bored. Yeah, Brooke is like, I'm already aburrida. Okay?
I just feel like I'm sleeping.
Tengo sueño. We use it with tener, not with estar. Okay? If you're excited because you just love español, all right, I know that's Andrés. Estoy emocionado por la clase de español. Okay? If you're angry, okay, estoy enojado, all right, or Lexi would be enojada, I am angry, okay? Of course, they also give you furioso. What's the difference between angry and furious? I'm not sure, but I think furious is worse. So if you're at that point, okay? Now, obviously, you can or cannot be clean. That is not so much a health condition, but more of a physical condition, So you just got out of the shower, soy estoy limpio or estoy limpia. But you could also describe, for example, if I had coffee in this and then I rinsed it out, I washed it, I can say está limpio. Or actually, it's a bottle. Está limpia la botella. Okay, the bottle is clean. Okay. Remember, for certain one, well, actually, there's only one. All right. The very last one, triste, because it ends in the letter E, you do not have to change. So Shuya can be triste and Logan can be triste. I don't have to say trista or tristo. You can just leave it the way it is. Okay? Remember also with any of these, okay, if you add, okay, we'll just that one go. If you add the word muy, what does that equal in English?
Very.
Very, with these words. Usually it's a lot, all right? But with these words, it's a very, okay? So, estoy muy triste. I'm very sad. Estoy muy enfermo. I am very sick. Estoy muy ocupado. I am very busy. Okay? And so I just wrote a couple of examples here because with the verb estar, remember, I guess I could have started with this one, lo siento. Remember that the verb estar is one of those verbs that has a weird yo form. The yo form is estoy. And then everything else is just a regular AR verb, except that we are adding accent marks on those A's. Okay? Everything except the nosotros one. All right? So, tú, él, ella, usted, vosotros, ellos, ellas, ustedes, all of them have accent marks on the A. All right? Will Senor Santos take points off? Last semester I didn't. This one, because you're Espanol dos now. All right? So you should be able to write a little mark over the A. Okay? So yes, Justin, you need to know how to spell it right. Okay? With an accent over the A. So, ella está enferma. She is sick. Nosotros estamos aburridos. We are bored. Vosotros estáis sucios. Y'all are dirty. Okay, go take a bath. Estáis sucios. This one isn't there. They give you the word contento, which actually means content. To me, content is a little bit different from happy. So the word feliz means happy. Okay? And because it ends in the letter Z, okay, Justin está feliz, Lexi está feliz. You don't need to change the ending, but because it does end in Z, remember there's something special about words that end in Z. When you make them plural, that Z becomes a C, all right? And you add an ES. Now, that's the other thing. Hopefully you picked up on it. If you're describing more than one person, then your adjective also needs to be in the plural. All right, so ellos, they, están felices. Just like the nosotros, because it's us, nosotros estamos aburridos. You make aburrido plural. All right? Any preguntas, any questions on that? You do need to know the meaning of the conditions. So, limpio, sucio, emocionado, etc. Okay? Reason number 2 for estar is to tell location. All right? So, ¿dónde está el baño? What did I just ask? Where's the bathroom? ¿Dónde está el baño? Okay? I look over next to Logan, and I say, Logan, ¿dónde está Nixon? No sé. All right? So I want to know the location. Okay? To give the location of people, things, places, whatever, because ¿dónde están mis llaves? Oh. Okay, always losing those. ¿Dónde están las llaves? Okay, you give the object. Okay, I'm going to put estar, but you're going to use one of the forms. Okay, then you're going to use what's known as a preposition. Okay. We're going to learn, I guess, 1.5 grammar concepts here. And for this, I'm looking on page 132. What is a preposition? All right. A preposition is either a word or a phrase that describes the physical relationship of one thing to another. I know, Brooke is like, what? Yes, that's the dictionary definition. I had an English professor that told me a preposition is anything a squirrel does to a tree. The squirrel is near the tree. Near is a preposition. The squirrel is in the tree. In is a preposition. The squirrel is by the tree. By is a preposition. Okay? The squirrel is on the tree. On is a preposition. Okay? It describes the relationship of one thing to another. We have prepositions of space, which are the most common ones. We also have prepositions of time, which I don't know if we get into. But if you ever want, I can give those to you too. Okay? So we use the thing, estar, preposition, and then the place. Okay? Now, these are both nouns. Okay? So I can ask, okay, oh, thank you, Lexi. ¿Dónde están los goldfish? I thought they were Cheez-Its. She has a package of goldfish crackers next to her. All right, so, ¿dónde están los goldfish? Okay, so we would say los, I'm going to put GF for los goldfish, okay, because it's more than one. Están cerca de, and I know I put place, but I think I need to switch that to just a plain old noun, because Lexi isn't a place, she is a person. All right, so los goldfish están cerca de Lexi. The goldfish are close to, all right, Lexi. Okay. ¿Dónde está el teléfono? Where is the phone? Okay, it's right over there. Okay, I'm gonna, no offense, Jesse, I'm gonna use something that's not a person this time. All right, so el teléfono, all right, está, all right, al lado de la puerta. What is al lado de? Next to. The phone is next to the door. Okay? Preguntas. Let me see if I'm getting this part right. No. Okay. ¿Dónde está Andrés? If you don't know yet, Andrés, raise your hand. That's Andrés. ¿Dónde está Andrés? I could say Andrés está delante de Dale. Andrés is in front of Dale. Okay? Or Andrés está detrás de Logan. Andrés is behind Logan. Okay? Or Andrés está entre Logan y Dale. He's between Logan and Dale. Okay? So obviously, sometimes there will be more than one way to describe the location of things. Okay? Back to my original question, ¿dónde está el baño? Where is the bathroom? Cerca de el laboratorio de biología?
Yeah.
Sí. Well, I'm thinking of the men's room. It's close to the biology lab down there. Okay? For the ladies, está delante de AB 224, because this is 222, so it's like right in front of the next classroom. You just turn left. It's right in front. You're like, yeah, it is. Está delante de AB 224. It's right in front of 224. Okay? Now, the preposition con, C-O-N, which means with, okay? If both Logan and Nixon were absent today, I might say Nixon, okay, está con Logan, okay? Nixon is with Logan, okay? So they're hanging out together, all right? Now, with con, and maybe you've seen this, maybe you haven't before, you don't always need a name, okay? If I say, to the Y, Nixon está con ella, what does that mean? Nixon is with her. Okay? Assuming that we know who the her is. Okay? Or está con él. Nixon is with him, assuming we know who we're talking about. Or Nixon está con nosotros, is with us. Okay? Now, if I ask Logan again, and she says, Nixon is with me, you would not say Nixon está con yo. All right? Yes, we change it slightly to migo, and it actually becomes one word. Okay? Nixon está conmigo. All right? ¿Dónde está Brooklyn? Brooke?
Enfermo.
It's a girl.
Enferma.
Muy bien. Ella está enferma. Okay? Or ella está en. What does en mean? En? In or on. It can also mean at. It's not written there. All right? Está en la casa. All right? She's in her house or she's at home. All right? So Nixon está conmigo. Like I texted Logan and she says, Nixon's with me. Está conmigo. Okay? With the tú form, you would not say Nixon está con tú. Okay? It would be Nixon está contigo. And once again, you combine it as one word. So I could, let's say, ask Logan, hey, Logan, Nixon está contigo? Is Nixon with you? Okay? And she could say, sí, no, whatever. Okay? For this quick exercise that I want to do with this, all right, I want you to think of where you're from, all right, and then describe where it is in relationship to somewhere else. So, yo soy de California. California está lejos de New York. What is lejos de? Far from. California is far from New York. Okay? Think un momento. Where are you from, and how would you describe where it is? Okay? In relationship to another place. That's what prepositions do. Okay? Katie, ¿de dónde eres? Where are you from first? ¿Dónde está Marcy? Está. Muy bien, it's next to Holland Patton. Está al lado de Holland Patton. Okay. Andrés, where are you from? ¿De dónde eres?
Soy de Nueva Jersey.
Okay, so ¿dónde está New Jersey?
Nueva Jersey está lejos de Nueva York.
Okay, it's far from New York. It's across the river. Oh, está bien, no, whatever. Okay. Lexi, ¿de dónde eres? Where are you from?
Clinton.
All right, so ¿dónde está Clinton?
Clinton está cerca de New Hartford.
Muy bien, it's close to New Hartford. Muy bien. Logana, ¿de dónde eres? Where are you from?
Soy de Utica.
So please tell us, ¿dónde está Utica?
Utica es
I'm close to.
al lado de
Okay, it's next to Westmoreland. Okay, that'll work. All right. Dale, ¿de dónde eres? I know you're from further away.
Yo soy de Ilion.
Ilion. So, ¿dónde está Ilion?
Ilion está cerca de Frontier.
Muy bien, perfect. Está cerca de Frankfurt. It's close to Frankfurt. Brooke, ¿y tú de dónde eres?
Mohawk.
Oh, ¿dónde está Mohawk?
Al lado de Herkimer.
Está al lado de Herkimer. It's next to Herkimer. Muy bien. Lauren, ¿de dónde eres? Where are you from? Whitesboro. I thought you said West Winfield. Okay, Whitesboro. I'm old. I'm deaf. So, ¿dónde está Whitesboro? Muy bien, lejos de Waterville. Okay, excelente. Jesse, ¿de dónde eres?
Yo soy
De Oneida. Okay, so ¿dónde está Oneida? Where is Oneida?
Oneida está cerca de Canastota.
Muy bien, cerca de Canastota, close to Canastota. Shuya, ¿de dónde eres?
Soy de Kobe.
He means Japan, Kobe, Japan. Some people were like, huh? So, ¿dónde está Kobe?
Kobe está lejos de Utica.
Muy bien, Kobe, Japan is far from Utica. All right, muy bien. Y finalmente, Justino, ¿de dónde eres?
De la República Dominicana.
República Dominicana. ¿Dónde está la República Dominicana?
Lejos de Utica.
Está lejos de Utica. Okay, muy bien.
Wait, not that.
It is far from Utica. All right, so muy bien. Finalmente. Now, if you look up here, okay, we've done these two. Okay, we've done location. Your textbook doesn't include this, so I'm not gonna either, but just be aware that there are certain expressions that require the verb estar. There's no rhyme or reason for it. It just is, okay? So, for example, the expression estar de acuerdo, which means to agree, we just use the verb estar. There's no, grammatical reason for it, okay? But the one I want to spend time with now is with what's known as the progressive tense, or the present participle, okay? This is the English equivalent of ing, okay? In English, when you talk about something that you're doing, ing, okay, we typically use the verb to be, I am erasing, okay, the board, all right? The progressive tense, we use to talk about something that you are actually doing in that precise moment, okay? I am talking, all right? Logan is drawing. Lexi is listening. Dale is drinking coffee, okay? Gotta make that clear. All right, he's drinking coffee, okay? Katie is writing, all right? So all of those have a form of to be plus ing, okay? So the progressive tense, all right? In Espanol, the verb to be that we use is estar, okay? We combine that with the Spanish version of ing, okay? For the Spanish version of ing, if it's an AR verb, you drop the AR and you add ando, okay? For an ER or an IR verb, you drop the ER, you drop the IR, and you add endo. And if it helps, you can always sing to yourself. I-E-N-D-O, I-E-N-D-O, never mind. Okay, so yeah, that's how I remembered. Okay, so for example, I am speaking. I am is estoy. To speak is hablar. Drop the AR. Estoy hablando. Okay. Dale is drinking coffee. Okay. I'm going to use beber for to drink. So, él Está, drop the ER, add IENDO. Okay? Está bebiendo café. All right? Katie is writing. Okay? So, ella está escribir, drop the IR. All right, and then of course, I-E-N-D-O. Okay, so ella está escribiendo. She is writing. Okay.
Where do you put the thing in the love accent?
For which one?
El está en educación.
Yeah. Even a capital letter needs an accent mark. Okay?
Oh boy.
Now, there are a couple of things. Okay? If I look, let's say, over at Lauren, and I notice that she's reading page 133, okay, because my explanation sucks, so she has to read what's in the book. All right? She is reading. Ella está. What is to read? Leer. Okay? You drop the ER. All right, don't write this down because this is going to be wrong. You add your IENDO. Okay? Spanish hates 3 vowels in a row. Absolutely hates it. So what we do is we change the spelling. We change the I to a Y. And it's ella está, and we pronounce it as a Y, leyendo. Okay? Anytime you end up with 3 vowels in a row, and the middle one is an I, change that I to a Y. Okay? There are some exceptions, okay? But you're not at the level of needing to know it because you won't encounter it, okay? If we make it to a certain tense of verb by the end of the semester, there is one case where you will get the exception and then the exception to the exception, all right? But for now, 3 vowels in a row, the middle one's an I, change it to a Y, okay? And there's a couple of other ones. The verb traer, to bring, all right? Three vowels in a row, middle one's an I. Change it to a Y. Okay? So, yo estoy trayendo mi libro. I'm bringing my book to class. Okay? So, you change the I to a Y. All right? Preguntas on that. Okay. Because now we get into some other fun stuff. So let's see. Remember I to Y when you have 3 vowels. Okay. We learned stem changers in this chapter. Okay. I look over and Brooke is young, but that's okay. What if we say she is sleeping? Okay? She está aburrida, she's bored, and now she's sleeping. Okay? Ella está. What is the verb to sleep? Dormir. Remember that dormir is a stem changer. What do O's usually become? UE. It doesn't here. just a U. You drop the IR. I-E-N-D-O. All right? So then it's ella está durmiendo. Okay? She is sleeping. All right? Durmiendo. So the O changes to a U, but only, okay, only if it's a, only if it's obviously the second verb, and only if it's an IR stem changer. Should have put that right here. Only IR stem changers. For example, pensar. Does anyone remember what pensar means? To think. Okay? If you say I think, it's yo pienso. Alright, the E becomes an IE. But if I ask, let's say, Logan, hey, what's book in Spanish? And she just sits there staring at me, I'm like, come on, you know this, book in Spanish. It's like, I'm thinking, Santos, quit bothering me. It's just estoy pensando. The E remains an E because pensar is an AR verb. Okay? So it's only your IR verbs where you would make that change. There's not a lot of there's not a lot of E to IE, okay? But if you do have it, all E's become I's. So O becomes U, E becomes I, okay? Estoy I know this makes no sense, but it's the only one I can think of right now off the top of my head. Estoy prefiriendo. I'm preferring. I would never say that in English. Yeah, Katie's like, yeah, neither would I. But estoy prefiriendo. All right, I'm preferring. All right, it's not really one, but all E's become I's. Okay? The other thing about the progressive tense, in Espanol, we only use it to describe what is happening right now. Whereas in English, we might use it for the future, like tomorrow I'm going to the mall. You would never say in Spanish, mañana estoy yendo al mall. No. Okay, you would say mañana voy al mall. You would use ir, okay, but you would never make it into the progressive. In Spanish, in English, we also use it, I wonder what he's doing right now. In Espanol, we really don't. So it's, like I said, it's a lot more limited. We strictly only use it for what's happening right now. Okay, so if you turn the page, we'll finish off La Clase doing a couple of practices. Okay, if you go to 4-24, 4-24, okay, they want you to look at the house and using estar plus a preposition, tell me where those things are located. Okay, remember there could be more than one correct answer or more than one